Hello, I'm Chris Williams from Read Comics, They're Bad For You, or if you're watching this on my BitChute channel, Comic Freak. Today we're going to be talking about Back to the Future 4. Christopher Lloyd has been asked if he would love to do another sequel in the Back to the Future franchise, and he has said yes. But only if the plot of the movie has something topical about it, topical to our world and how we're living now. Particularly, he wants the plot to be about global warming. You know, the thing a bunch of people in Hollywood have been harping on forever about. Now, believe me, I do think global warming is real, but I've seen enough evidence for it to be known that it's not exactly how everyone is saying it's happening. Either it's going to take so long to the point where it might as well be a natural phenomenon. I mean, we're talking about hundreds to thousands of years. Or we've already done enough damage to the planet that when it does happen, it's going to be so devastating that there's nothing we can do. I mean, what it means is that there's nothing now we can do because we've already done the damage. It's only we're now waiting for it to hit us. So, Christopher Lloyd has said he would love the plot to have involve global warming or climate change. You know, make it another movie like The Day After Tomorrow, where the sea, the oceans of the world is swallowing huge swaths of land. People are running in terror. You realize Back to the Future is more or less more of a comedy adventure movie than a horror movie, Lloyd? Or do you really just want another boring, bland movie like what they've been releasing up to 2012, where they made a bunch of disaster movies? You know, something that won't look dated and old now, like Twister. I'm saying Twister looks dated and old because it has a bunch of stupid points in the movie that come across as cringy now, like that flying cow and the fact that those people were able to go through a tornado with those belts strapped to that big metal pipe and survive it, no less. Yeah, cringy moments like this. And once again, we would have to listen to people saying global warming is a threat. We must all band together in a big happy family. And never mind anyone else having reservations about this. Listen to us. We are the experts. We know everything. When clearly we do not. And of course, I can't forget the SJWs, who continue to go for woke points, saying that Christopher Lloyd is right, that we must make movies like this, everything must be topical, we can't have any escapism or fantasy in our movies, everything must be the same, everything must be ugly and boring, and like this picture here, all women must be pink-haired land whales, and all beautiful fantasy women must be driven out. Well, I say nuts to that. Christopher Lloyd, I really respect him as an actor and a comedian. I have loved his work in Back to the Future and the Addams Family movies. Not so much the Addams Family movies, they're just not my favorites. But I loved him in the Back to the Future movies. He was always a funny guy to watch as Doc Brown. Now, he appeared on Cabby, but that was really before my time. So I never really watched him there. I only know he was on it. Now that I've said that, we can still cringe at the fact that most likely, if they do another Back to the Future movie, a Back to the Future 4, that they'll probably try to give even more woke points by trying to include, I don't know, more black people, maybe turn Marty black for some odd reason, or maybe make Marty gay. You know, Michael J. Fox has enough on his plate. He already has Parkinson's disease. You'd think the SJWs would be happy if they included him like that, with him shaking around and unable to say his lines without sounding like he's seen a ghost. I mean, that sounds cruel to say about that, but the SJWs would probably want him also to be transgendered, as well as, I don't know, well, they just want him to be replaced with a black man. But they'd still probably want him to have Parkinson's disease. And they'd also want him to be gay. Now, I've also heard others saying that one of the reasons they want to see another Back to the Future movie was Biff being one of the greatest portrayals of a dumb bully ever. I can see that, and I can appreciate him being a great villain. So seeing him come back again in another movie playing Biff would be fun. But still, I don't think that outweighs the fact that they're once again going back to a well that has been well and truly drawn out everything you could really do with the movie. What's the next one going to be? Maybe Back to the Future, so far into the future there's dinosaurs? You know, they're just going to pull, if they keep making Back to the Future movies, they're just going to pull out every old trope that's been used before in Doctor Who, as well as every other movie or TV show that uses time travel. Do we really want that for Back to the Future? They ended it with the third movie, where it was a cowboy movie. The next one will be a Roman movie or a pirate movie, because it is a time travel movie. And worse, take our good memories and try and make them bad by doing maybe something worse, like rebooting the entire thing. I'm sure Christopher Lloyd will get the job again, since he's already in his 70s and his, well, mid-70s now. And that'll be just great, won't it? By the time the next movie comes out, he'll probably be near 80. Well, though I have to say he's still spry for his advanced age. So I have no problem believing he'll still be around to see it. But I don't blame Lloyd that much. Remember, a lot of this climate terror, or, well, climate projections, came from the past, and they have yet to be proven anywhere to be right. Like this picture here. Marty, these future projections come from the past, but we have yet to see anything that was truly bad happen to the world. We haven't seen the continents sink into the ocean. We haven't seen a great big cloud cover the sky and the sun. Well, we haven't seen anything like that. And yet they continue to argue in 12 years the world will end due to climate change. You know that's a big fat lie. They are lying through their teeth. Most likely just to try and control the ordinary man, because apparently they don't have enough power already. Well, they won't get that power. And in fact, they're going to lose that power, because governments are going to become smaller. We won't allow the American government to get too big anymore. The American government needs to be small, and it needs to be quiet, and it needs to know its place. Yes, these are concerns that we must address, but as I've said earlier in the video, if climate change is happening, we can't stop it because we've already destroyed the world. Or these projections they gave over to us over the years, saying the world will end if we don't do something about it, are wrong. Yes, the world will continue to change. It always is. But that doesn't mean that we should bend the knee and accept climate change as our new faith. It isn't. We need to treat it like any other problem. Deal with it as it comes. But make sure to deal with it. And don't let people like Christopher Lloyd, who are easily swayed by their emotions, tell us what to do. Now, if you like this video, subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed. If you're watching my videos at YouTube at Read Comics Are Bad For You, please subscribe to me there. Also, if you're watching this at BitChute, or if you want to, go to BitChute. Subscribe to Comic Freak. Remember, hit that bell for notifications, hit that like button, and leave some comments down below. And keep checking back in future videos for more information on my own upcoming independent comic book, Scumdogs. I'm Chris Williams, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video or review.